Thanks for joining today. We're going to go over an overview of Rerun. If you've emailed in before, we've probably already communicated. I'm Melissa, I'm the Rerun Marketing Coordinator. We're going to be doing an overview of Rerun and the features it has to offer. We won't really be getting into anything too nitty-gritty, so if you have questions throughout our demo, please feel free to send them in. The questions dialog box should be on the bottom on your GoToWebinar. And my colleague Kevin will be responding to those questions. So if you see anything while we're going through the demo or slides, feel free to send it in. If you're looking for a webinar on our integration with Xero, QuickBooks, or Accountage, we're not going to be reviewing those today. We're going to do a separate webinar for those in the future. So just be sure to look out for our emails. So let's dive in. If you're new to Rerun or you're not too familiar with it, Rerun is a web-based app for any business, organization, or association that wants to automate their reoccurring subscription or membership billing. Rerun offers the ability to accept payments in the form of credit cards, including American Express, Discover, Visa, MasterCard, as well as electronic bank transfers, otherwise known as ACH. Rerun wasn't built to be industry specific, and we work among all different kinds of spaces. So whether you're an accountant or you're a bookkeeper, a small business owner, a daycare center or a private school, a nonprofit or an organization, or a subscription or membership-based company, Rerun will work for you. All users of Rerun have one thing in common. They want to be able to automate their reoccurring subscription or membership billing online by setting up quick and painless payment plans, otherwise known as payment streams, what we call them. We have a vast variety of different business types using our solution, from storage facilities who charge a monthly fee, to consultants who charge for their hourly rates, to daycares and private schools charging for after-school care or yearly tuition, nonprofits and religious organizations charging for membership fees and donations, and there's many more. So you're here to learn about what Rerun can do for you. How can we better your business in helping you accept payments automatically and painlessly? For starters, Rerun allows you to accept credit cards and bank transfers from customers for your products and services, making it easier to manage your business. You can create customer payment streams to match the services and products you offer and automatically accept payments from your customers without having to constantly log in your account. We know security is a #1 priority, especially with everything going on today. So that's why our payment processor, Forte, uses a tokenization method to securely store credit cards and bank account information in their database, so you don't have to worry about it. And we understand that it's frustrating when a payment declines, and retrieving updated information from your customer isn't always easy. You don't want to go out and track your customer down to get new information from them. So that's why Rerun lets you give your customers secure, customized access to their payment and contact information so that they can easily edit an expiration date or change their payment method entirely. Rerun allows you to automatically inform customers when specific events take place, such as an upcoming or processed payment, an unsuccessful transaction, or just to say thank you for choosing our service. Rerun comes with preloaded email templates that you could choose from for these situations, or you can simply create your own. If you offer several products or services and want to allow your customers to select a plan from your website, Rerun allows you to customize a checkout process in 6 easy steps and link to it from your website. And we'll review this later in the demo. You can modify the field text and descriptions, decide how much information you want to collect, add your company logo, and change your header color. Rerun allows you to track your payment and customer activity within the Activity tab. You can build reports your way by adding, removing, and repositioning columns based on your business needs. Reports are also customizable and can be exported to Excel. As I mentioned earlier, we integrate with Accountage, QuickBooks Online, and Xero. When you process payments in Rerun and sync them to your accounting software, a paid sales receipt or invoice will be created under each customer you've charged in Rerun over to your accounting software. We will review this in a future webinar, so please be sure to look out for our emails when we have this one coming up. Lastly, you can prorate your first monthly payment if a customer signs up for your product or service halfway through the billing month. Rerun will figure out the amount that is to be charged to the customer based on the total price of the payment that is left in the stream for the month. So say, you have a stream set up to charge on the 1st of the month or the 30th of the month, and the person signs up on the 15th. Rerun will figure out the amount that's owed between the 15th and the 30th, or the 15th and the 1st. We also allow for variable payment streams, which is great for businesses like IT services or subscription-based products that may have different pricing each month, depending on the products or service their customers are purchasing. As we reviewed earlier, Rerun currently integrates with Xero, Accountage, and QuickBooks Online. All you need to do is integrate your company file with Rerun to be able to sync your customers and sales transactions as you process payments from Rerun to your accounting software. You could check out real live user reviews on the Xero add-on marketplace and the Intuit app market. Currently, we have a 4.5 out of 5 stars for Xero and a 4.3 out of 5 for Intuit QuickBooks. Rerun's pricing is based around a simple flat fee. Our mission wasn't to confuse our customers with a complicated pricing structure, with an application fee, batch fees, merchant fees. So we came up with a pay only for what you process. What you see here is only what you're paying. Our pricing is 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction for credit cards, and 2.99% plus 25 cents per transaction for American Express. And our bank transfers are $1.49 per bank transfer. But that's all you're paying. We don't have a monthly fee. There's no application fee. There's no batch fees or any of that. So I'm going to show you a little bit about Rerun. So if you're new to Rerun or you already have a login, this is what you'll first be greeted with. We'll log into a Rerun and I'll kind of walk you through the steps on how to get started. So if this is your first time logging in, you'll be greeted with the Setup Assistant. And this is where you would go through and add in your processing details that you get from Forte when you sign up. So when you sign up for Rerun on our website, it takes about 2 days to get your processing credentials from them once you've been approved. And you'll need to put these in here. They'll come from 2 separate emails for security purposes. And if you don't get them, just email us and let us know. We'll be sure to get you moved along on the application process. So if you're integrating with Accountage, Xero, or QuickBooks, you're going to go through this integration process. So you would select one of them from the drop down here, and then you can log into your account and you can either sync over your customers, your items, or your taxes from your accounting software of choice, or you can start from scratch. So since we're not going over the integration today, I'm going to skip this step. You could choose whenever to be emailed if a customer payment fails or if a customer updates their information. You would just simply check off this box if you want that setting to be saved. Rerun can automatically retry failed transactions based on your needs. You don't have to select this. It's totally up to you. If a credit card fails one time because the limit's over, Rerun will try it again the day after for up to as many times as you wish. When emails are sent from Rerun to your customers, sometimes you don't want your name showing up. You'd rather have your company name or a different email address, so you would change that information here. You can also edit this in the Settings tab, which I'll review with you later. Since we didn't integrate with any of the accounting softwares, it skips over 4, 5, and 6. Since you're not importing customers or anything from your accounting software, it would take you straight to the email templates. The email templates, you can preview them by clicking this magnifying glass right here. And this is the HTML coding, but if you go into the email tab, you can see the actual layout of the email. These are kind of just giving you the titles of the emails and what they signify. And then if you're going to go over to email automation, you can set up them right here, or you can do it in the email tab. The expired credit card means that you'll be emailed whenever someone's card is expiring, in 14 days or 30 days. It's up to you whatever you decide. Whether a payment was processed, if you want to send a receipt to your customer, you'll also be CC'd on it. You can click those here. You can also view them as well, and they'll tell you, it's everything's sent in real time. So if a transaction fails, Rerun will automatically send that email out right away. And then our next step is going to be to create a payment stream. So if you're not too familiar with our payment streams, that's what we call our payment plans. Everything is created under the Payments tab in Rerun. And if you're not too sure, there's a video tutorial right here that you can click. So we're going to go over to Create Stream. So if I'm a lawn care service and I'm tired of collecting cash and checks and going to the bank and depositing, and I want to take everything online, I would simply create a package or multiple packages in the Payments tab. So say we're going to call this one Lawn Care Silver Package. We'll do unlimited for now, but you can choose as many payments as you want. If it's once a month, you would put 12 here, and then you would choose a monthly frequency. So we're going to do a monthly frequency. I want to bill them on the 1st of every month. This is variable, goes back to whether your payments change each month for your customers. If you want to change the pricing each month, you would need to select this, and then you'll be able to change that amount before the payments process each month. You can also auto prorate the first payment, like I mentioned before, if someone signs up halfway through the month and they want to get onto the plan. For this, we're just going to keep it simple. So we're going to do lawn cut as my item. If you want to create a new item, you simply can. So we'll say grass cleanup, $25. So now you have your two items here. Your stream total is $125, and you can select a customer from the drop down if you've already created customers in Rerun or imported them from your accounting software. If you don't have any, you can simply create a new customer and go through the steps. I'll also show you how to do this on the Customers tab. So for this, we'll just pick one of our customers. The stream start date is the 1st of the month, since that's what we've chosen, so it's not going to start until January 1st. If I want to add a discount, you can add that in here. If you want to choose a tax, if you have tax, you can select them here. Number of payments is unlimited. So we're going to add this customer to our stream. Now, in order to add customers to your stream, you have to hit that plus sign. If you simply just pick a customer from here and never hit the plus sign, but you hit save, it won't save. So now we have our lawn care silver package for $125 on a reoccurring basis. You'll notice that I didn't click the plus sign, so the second customer did not save, only the first one. And you could always hit the detail buttons to kind of see all of the details of that payment stream. Now you'll see that we have a lawn care silver package that's variable. Now variable, if you click that variable option when you're creating a payment stream, you'll see this edit worksheet button. This edit worksheet button means that you have to go in here and edit the pricing and then save the changes and then approve it before the payment's going to be processed. So I would need to do this before the next payment date of the 1st if I want to change these pricings for these customers. You can also see all of your payment history below, whether stuff was failed or processed. You can also click this magnifying glass if you want to go into the details and see, the trans ID and all that stuff and what the discount was. And you can print these receipts if you need to give them to customers. So that's basically it in a nutshell for the payment stream tab. It's fairly simple. If you want to create a one-time payment, you can also do that here. You don't have to always do reoccurring streams, but Rerun is meant for reoccurring processing. So we do allow for one-time payment streams, though we're not really meant for it. So I'm going to take you over to the customer tab. Now I have all of these customers in here because this is already a sample account that I filled. If you're first starting and you didn't import anybody from your accounting software, this would be completely blank for you. If you want to create a new customer, you simply hit this plus sign on the bottom. And here you could fill in, your customer's first name, your customer's last name, if they have a company, and their email. And if you don't want to fill in their billing address or their banking information, you can simply just put their first name, last name, email, and then save it. And then you can send them an email to log in with their email address and a temporary password and actually put their information in themselves so you don't have to touch their payment information at all. So I will kind of show you how that works. Actually, I'll do. So you'll see here that I just have my first name, last name, email. There's also different options you can do on each customer tab. So there's a one-time payment button here where you can, charge a one-time payment once you have a payment method stored. You can issue a credit. You can also send them in a one-off email. You can also choose whether you don't want to send these customers some emails. I know some customers are sensitive to email. Also, the payment activity tab will list out all of your customers' payments that they made to you, whether they were successful or unsuccessful. They'll all be listed here once you start processing with them, as well as their email history. You can view all of that here. You can actually click on the email and see what was sent to them. And if they did import a payment method or you want to put it in yourself, you would go here and you would actually put their credit card or ACH information here. You can also create customer groups. If you click this button in the bottom left, it'll open up a new column and you can create a new group. So we're going to call this webinar. Now, if I wanted to add somebody here, say I want to add Neil Bishop to the webinar group, all I have to do is click on him, hold him down, and drag him in. And you'll see that the webinar group folder kind of flashed. That means that the customer was successfully put in there. And then if you want to delete groups, you would go down to this bottom sprocket, click on delete group. You can import customers from your accounting software as well. If you want to delete a customer, say we want to delete Brown Books or Peggy Brown, we just simply hit this minus sign once you're on the customer file. And now she's disappeared. So it's really simple. Let's hop over to the email tab. Now the email tab is our hub for email. So if you don't want to use a secondary email account, whether it's Gmail or MailChimp for your emails, you can do everything through Rerun. If you would like to add a new template, you simply click the plus sign. And you could basically put whatever you want here. So you can put HTML coding or you can make it plain text. It's totally up to you. You can import logos and images, or you can simply select one of our templates from the template library by going to Get More. Now we have some preloaded templates in here that you can choose from at your discretion. If you wanted to use them, you would simply click on one, and this button would say Add to my templates, and you click on it, and then it would highlight it that it's added, and then just click Done. Now you'll see that these are all in here. We have a payment notification. You can choose to replace this with your logo. If you have one, you would just click the edit image, click the folder, and edit your own. So if we're a lawn care business and we want to add our logo, we simply just insert it in there and save it. So now you'll see that the logo is saved, and this will save for all future emails. You also have a choice to add merge tags. You can edit this HTML code if there's something in here that you don't like. You can go to the source code and kind of go through this. You can also add in different merge tags. So if I want to say thank you for your business, and I want to say it was from our company name, go to Add Merge Tags, click You, and Merchant Company. And that will import your company name that's in your settings file. We also have customer merge tags that you can choose from, which if you're sending emails to a group of customers at a time, this is great because it pulls all their information from their customer file in the customers tab and puts it in the email. There's also a payment merge tag section, which has, if you want to break out what the surcharge is, if you're charging a credit card surcharge for paying with credit cards, if you want to put in what they're paying for tax or discount, you could put all that stuff in here. Now I'm going to hop over to the automation subtab, and this is where you're going to create whether emails automatically get sent out. So if you wanted to send out an email for a successful payment, you would put in the campaign name, successful payment or payment processed successfully, choose a trigger event, which is when the email actually sends in real time. So for you, it would be when a payment is successfully processed. You can choose from the email templates. Receipt for your payment would be suitable for this if they want to kind of get a receipt of everything that they paid for. Target group would be all customers. And then you can CC whoever you want. So you can CC yourself, you can CC somebody else in your organization or your business that you want to track the payment receipts. Now let's hop over to the activity tab. Now the activity tab is really meant for you to go in and look at reports and generate reports based on your business needs. So right now you have a vast variety of different activity reporting that you can choose from. You could do payment detail by stream, by customers, by credit cards, by salesperson if you have them. And salesperson is an extra field that's in the customer tab, which I didn't mention. But if you're interested in something like that, just send us an email. We'll be sure to walk you through it. And if you want to edit these reports to your needs, you would simply click Add Column. And there's all different types of columns you can add in. If you want to add in their billing address, their billing zip code, their credit card, if you want to add in a custom field, you could do that. And then just click Save, and it'll edit this report to what you need. You can also print these directly from Rerun or export them to Excel for further analysis. And then the scheduled ones, you can click up here and it'll show you all the scheduled payments that are due to go out in the next few days. So you'll see that you can adjust them to show the date. So I have some going out on the 15th and then all the way up to the 1st. And if you have failed transactions rather, they would show up here. Now the checkout tab is something that I mentioned before. It's if you want to link to Rerun from your web page. So you have the option here to choose whether you want to activate this page or not. It's completely up to you. You can leave it off. This should remain inactive if you don't want to use it. And your URL would be right here. This one's just really long because it's a trial, but usually it would just be acclivity.rerunapp or your subdomain.rerunapp.com/checkout. You can also email yourself when a customer registers through your checkout page, and you can choose an inactive message that will display if you want to turn off your checkout page for maintenance or any other things. So we're going to click the Edit button. And all of those payment streams that were in the Payments tab will show up here. You can edit them by clicking this little blue pencil. And you can choose the stream name label if you want to change it from what's in the Payment tab. The button label is what's going to show in the actual blue button, which I'll show you in a second. And the description, you can put whatever you want here. You can also say whether you want to charge a surcharge if somebody's using a credit card for this specific payment stream. You can also view the HTML button code if you want to take the button and put it on your website anywhere, and then when they click the button, it'll link back to that payment stream. They don't have to see the main page of all the streams, which would look like this. So if you use the HTML code button, they would just click the button from your website, and then it would take them straight to this package. They won't even see this main page. You can also add one-time charges here if you want to. You would simply just click the Add button. And the stream label would be whatever you want to call that payment stream. The button label would be whatever you want that specific stream to say in the description. These one-time charges, however, they would be able to put whatever amount they wanted to in the field. So for instance, you'll notice here it says one-time mowing. For here, I put please enter $35 for each time you'd like us to come. So $35 for one. If I wanted to do two, I would put 70 here, and it would charge me $70. So we're going to go to the customer information. Now this is where your customers would go in and enter in their first name, last name, email, password. They'll have access to go into the My Account section and edit their information at any time. And this is also good for you to have because if they have an account within your account, if you send them an email to the customer center and they need to go in and update any information, you just send them the email. You don't have to go in and update anything on your end. So you can change these label text names to anything you want. If you wanted to change first name, last name to read first name, last name, that's totally up to you. And we're going to quick view this really quick. And this kind of shows you what they're going to look at on the second part of the checkout process. So you'll see that the lawn care packages are shown first. If you have the HTML code button on your website and it's for a specific stream, they'll skip over this step and come straight to customer information. If they have already created an account with you, they'll sign in. If not, they'll sign up. So they would click the sign up button and go through the steps that I just showed you. The confirmation tab is kind of like an order summary page. You can choose whether you want to include an order summary or an I agree. They have to agree to your terms if you do put an I agree button. So if you don't want to do that, just simply turn this off by deactivating it. And then if whatever you want the confirmation button text to be, it would be here. So if you want to hit submit, we could do that. So you'll see that I turned off the checkbox for I agree, and it says submit. If I turn this back on, they'll have to click this button and they'll have to check it off in order to move forward. The payment method tab allows you to choose whether you want to accept credit cards and or ACH or bank transfers. You can choose whether to accept both or not, totally up to you. If you turn one or the other off, it just won't show up. So if we turn off ACH, it would show that, you know, you can only put in credit cards, but I'm going to turn both on so I can show you how this works. And then the acknowledge page is just a thank you page. You can write whatever you want here. You can say thank you for your business. You can also decide whether you want Rerun to reroute them back to your home page or any other landing page after they've gone through the checkout process. And the styling tab is my personal favorite. I'm sure it's everybody else's favorite because you can change the look of checkout. As far as the header color and adding your logo and changing your page title. So if you wanted to change your page title, you would go here and enter in, you know, my lawn care service. Continue shopping is the my account label, which I'll show you in a second. My account goes back to that customer center that I was telling you about that your customers have access to. If they create an email and a password for Rerun, they can log in and change their information. Homepage URL would be simply your homepage if you wanted to show that. You can add your logo here just by going to it would say upload logo if you didn't have one here. If I wanted to change the header color, say I don't want green anymore, I want a brighter green. Text color is black or white, it's pretty standard. You could choose whether you want your company name, your email, and your contact number to show up, and then your social media networks as well. I'm going to quick view this. Now you see that the green changed. My lawn care service is now my lawn care service up top. And if you change the text color, it would just change to this text color up here. This template that we use is pretty standard. You can only really change the field labels and the button labels. So I'm going to show you how a customer would go in. So if I click over here and I want to choose a standard package, and I didn't already have an account. So I'm going to sign up here. It's going to ask for my billing address. Now you'll see that these little red asterisks means that it's required. You can turn whichever fields on and off that you want required in the checkout tab. It's totally up to you. You have these custom fields right here as well. So if you want to ask a question, so we'll put that it's residential. We want 2 cuts per month, and how do we find this? Would be Google. So now we're going to go through the order summary. I'd have to click this I agree if I want to move forward. Otherwise, it'll give me an error. If I feel like doing ACH, going to process, and then it'll say thank you for your business, and then it'll go back. But you also notice that it's up here for Melissa Thornley. So if I went back and I want to log in with the information that I just submitted, you'll see that it says my account. And as a customer, I can go in and change this information at any time. So if I want to change my password, if I want to change or remove my checking account to a credit card, you can do that here. You can also view all of your payment history as well. So let me log back in to rerun. Now the last tab is the settings tab. You can put your information here. Those merge tags from the email tab will pull this information. So if you have your company name, your subdomain, your email, your first name, your last name, that stuff will come from this section right here. You can also change whether you want to be notified when a customer updates their payment method, when a payment fails, if you want to automatically run transactions, if you want to be notified with a list of expiring credit cards at the end of each month. You could change your email alias and reply to here as well. You can also add in your items here, which you can use in the payments tab. It's up to you. You can import them from your accounting software of choice as well, and they'll appear here. This is where you can go in and put your payment credentials in if you received them after you have already logged into Rerun and you skipped over the setup assistant. You can sync your integrations with AccountEdge, QuickBooks, and Xero at any time by going to the Sync tab and just selecting one of the integrations from the drop-down. And then as well, you can also add tax codes here and subscriptions and percentages, or import them from your accounting software. And we also integrate with Slack. So that's basically Rerun in a nutshell. It's pretty self-explanatory, and it's super easy. We try not to make it complicated. If you have any questions, call in, email us. I'll give you the contact information at the end of this webinar. We also offer a free affiliate program, which can be found on our website at www.rerunapp.com/affiliate. So if Rerun isn't a good fit for you, but you know of some customers or clients that can use us for their business, you can sign up for our free affiliate program and give them your affiliate referral code to enter in on Rerun when they apply, and then you can begin earning passive income. You can read more about it on our website if you're interested. All Rerun customers and non-customers come with free support. We're available via email anytime. You can call into our support center between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We also respond to emails pretty quickly. So if you ever have any questions, send us an email at hello@rerunapp.com. We offer demo calls. If you want to figure out how to set up Rerun for your specific business, you schedule that on our website in the top right corner. And one of our product specialists will kind of walk you through how to set it up. We also have an online knowledge base and customer discussion boards and YouTube tutorials. So thanks for joining our webinar. I hope that was informative for you to sit on, and I hope that I can answer any questions you may have had. I'm going to leave the webinar up to answer any incoming questions for a few minutes, but remember, if you have any remaining questions after the webinar, feel free to submit them at hello@rerunapp.com or give us a call at 877-919-2890 at any time. So thanks again for joining our webinar, and we hope that you choose Rerun for your recurring billing needs.